Hello, goddesses. Hello. Welcome to this month's Goddess Chat. My name is Leah, and I'm just going to give Facebook about a minute to let you all know that I'm here. We're going to bring on our guest for this month. So as you're joining, just so I can check on sound and video quality, if you can just let me know you're here, let me know where you're watching from, let me know if you are new to the community. And if you are, let me properly welcome you. But yeah, I'm excited. Hi, Kristen. I see you're here. Okay. We're going to be bringing a guest on today. So we're going to see how that goes. Technology has not been on my side lately with this iPhone, but we're just going to send all of that good energy towards technology today and see if we can get this going. But my name is Leah DeLuzio. I'll go ahead and do an introduction while we wait. My name is Leah, and I am the admin of this community. So you may have seen some videos and probably a lot of written posts from me. I am a women's circle facilitator, a ceremonialist, a sacred feminine embodiment mentor, and an event creatrix. So I am on this mission to reawaken sisterhood on the planet and to guide women into remembering their connection with the sacred feminine and tapping into that energy to awaken this beauty and power and magic. And it's just this beautiful journey of remembrance that I feel like I'm on and I get to be on with women, in this lifetime. And I'm here for it, right? I am here for it. So a piece of this is this community. And I'm just so happy you're here with us. Every month. So awesome. I see some people joining. Hello. Drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Waiting on Denise. I don't see her live yet, but she'll be joining us soon. And so what these goddess chats are is every month I hop on live with a sister from this community and we chat. We just chat about life. We chat about their medicine. I find that with what I do, I have this beautiful opportunity to connect with just badass women from all over the country, from all over the world. And I'm able to do co-creations and collaborations and learn more about the medicine that they're here to share. So that's what the Goddess Chats are. It's an opportunity for women to come in and share a little bit of their story with you, to share a little bit of their unique medicine that they feel called to bring forth on this planet. And they get to share that with you. And it's just a fun way for us to connect. I don't see Denise yet, so I'm not sure. Not sure what's happening. And I don't see comments. Okay. I don't know if it's me. So we'll give it a minute. Give it a minute. And if it doesn't work, then maybe what we'll do is have Denise go live this month and we'll see if she can just go live. Good morning, Melanie. Okay, so my comments are working. That's good. That's making me happy. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Melanie. Denise is here. Okay, cool. Kristen, hello. Hi, everyone. Denise, you're here. So let me see if I click on you. They'll let me bring you on that way. Okay. Denise, there she is. There she is. We're going to keep trying. I sent you the request. So see, Denise, if it gives you an option to join on your end. We'll see how it goes. Hello, Michelle. So yeah, while we're waiting, let me know, drop in the comments. How are you feeling this spring? Like what is spring and this new season? If you're, in the Northern Hemisphere, what is the season evoking within you? How are you feeling? I know for me, we did a circle on Sunday and we spoke about this, but this feeling of, rebirth and renewal and just this awakening, right? This like awakening to the potential that we all hold and the blooming that we all already are, but the excitement of kind of going outward with that, right? Like taking that wisdom from the winter and nurturing it and loving on it and allowing it to expand outward into our reality. That is how I'm feeling, this spring. Okay, Denise, I don't know what's happening, my love. Do you want to try to exit out of the chat or out of the live and come back in and see if it gives you the option? Because it's not letting me bring you on camera because I already invited you. Okay, we're going to try this. I'm so sad when technology is not on my side. Feeling the spring vibes. Yeah, Denise, try to hop back off, come back on. Let me know. Maybe try it from your phone. If you're on your computer, like try a different device and see if that'll give you the options. I tend to prefer to do it from my phone. So we'll see how that works. In the meantime, we'll just keep chatting here. Feeling the spring vibes. Yeah, Melanie. Let me know where you're watching from. So I see Chanel here. Hello. Michelle, Julie. Hi. Yolanda. Yes. So if you're just now joining, these goddess chats are an opportunity for me to just showcase, be a bridge for amazing women that are in the sisterhood community, and they're here to share their medicine, tell their stories. So this month we have Denise Ortiz, who is the owner of Mind Body Healing in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, and I connected with her within the past year, and she's just such a bright light. And if it doesn't work this way, we're going to have her just come back live solo and tell her story and share her medicine. So no worries, you will get to hear from her today. Yolanda, hello. Melanie in New Jersey, but now you have a home in Ocean Isle. Cool. So I wonder if you know Denise personally, because I think she's she's in Ocean Isle. That's what I thought. I'm in North Myrtle Beach, so I always laugh, I tend to go out towards the beach and always take the right and go towards the south end. So I drive towards Myrtle and I drive towards like the South Strand, and I never go left and go to like Calabash and all of these beautiful northern beaches. She's your neighbor and your friend. Awesome. Yeah. Jessica, hi. Oh, that's so cool. There's so many people here. Michelle, good morning. Good morning. Yes. So we're just chatting. We're waiting on Denise to come back in, and hopefully we'll get her on this way. You're in Loris. Nice. My sister Ryan, biological sister, she lives in Loris. So I'm out there a good bit. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining. If you're new to the Goddess Collective, let me know, and I'll just chat a little bit about, hi, Jessica, what this space is. So it's a sisterhood space. It's an online community space. It's for inspiration. It's for education. It's for connection. And it's a collective. I switched the name maybe 2 years back now to the word collective. And I wanted it to be this opportunity for women to really share their gifts, share their medicine. So if you are interested at all in being on a goddess chat, message me, let's talk. If you have gifts that you want to share with the community, message me, let's talk. Oh, Denise, it's not letting you on. Bummer. I don't know why it would do that. It's so funny because on my end, it would let me bring every person on here on camera. It's giving me the option to bring everyone on, and I'm not seeing it with you. So I'm curious if it's the device. Well, what we can do, oh, hold on. I'm going to try this, Denise. It just popped on. See if you see that request. I'm trying to add you right now. Everyone send good energy that this works, right? Just love beam our devices and see if we can get Denise on here. It says it's adding you, my love. So see if you see anything on your end. Fort Myers, Florida, Yolanda. Nice. Yeah. An event company I used to work for. We did some events in Fort Myers. I've been there and familiar. Yay. There you are. Hello.
It took a while.
Love.
I'm here.
Yes,
Hi.
it did. Hey, we flow with it. That's part of the beauty of what we'll talk about. And of course, it's synchronistic. Part of the sacred feminine that we can embody in our lives is flow, right? And is being a little flowy when things like that happen, and a little piece of the surrender, right? And knowing like, hey, we're held here. We trust and believe in ourselves. So we're going to make it work, right? So it's actually the perfect segue to our chat.
Yeah. I switched from one place to another. I switched to the phone and it worked. So there's always another answer.
Yes, exactly. Right. I love this. So I'm so excited to have you here while we were kind of waiting and doing some of the techie stuff. I did mention that you're the owner of Mind Body Healing and that you are in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. But I would love to start the chat just with you telling a little bit about, yourself, your story, and the medicine that you're here to share with this planet.
Sure. Well, first, thanks so much for having me. I really am so honored to be in such a wonderful group of women. I follow everything daily. And so about me, I am a healer. Since I was young, I was able to hear people from the other side. I had very lucid dreams. And as I grew up, I wanted to help. I wanted to help. Didn't quite know how for a long time. I do little things along the way, and eventually I found myself studying Reiki, hypnosis, hands-on healing, learning about past lives, everything that I could. And I decided to start turning into a business eventually, instead of just doing it for friends and family. And that's what I'd like to talk about today, too, a little bit, how I transitioned from just wanting to doing.
Yes. How did you, yeah, take, I would love to hear more. I'm always curious. And that's one thing that I love about connecting with women in sisterhood is hearing those stories, hearing how your journey on this planet just takes you on these like twists and turns. And then like you meet the right person or have the right moment. And like, you know, and this unfolding of inevitably where you're meant to be. Right. So
Hmm.
yes, absolutely. Share more. I would love to hear how, you know, you're now in this place, standing in this power, living your truth and sharing
Yeah,
beautiful medicine, you know, with this planet. Absolutely.
yeah. Well, I said it's a bumpy road at first. I try to figure out how I'm going to start my business. What do I have to do to market? Where is my office going to be? How am I going to reach people? How am I going to get the clients in? Exactly how am I going to present myself? And as these questions came up, things would come along. I found I could use an office for free for a while to get me started. I'm like, that's great. Let's see how it goes. Then I started to put my marketing material together and started networking and found a wonderful coach. She gave me such great information on how to market, how to say it, how to do it. But the one thing that she did tell me was, well, you don't want to be too woo-woo because then you'll miss all these other clients. So get them in first and then go for the woo-woo aspect. And I was like, okay. Didn't really follow my heart with that, but I did. I presented the business. I didn't talk a lot about the spiritual side, which I am so spiritual in everything that I do. And I held that voice back. That was my one regret, was holding that back too long. Instead, I presented all the reasons why hypnosis works for business, why it works for taking tests, while it works for confidence, for speaking in public, which was great. But I missed the part of being spiritually involved and using my healing gifts. Even though I could use them kind of quietly and in the background, it wasn't where I really wanted to be. I had that opportunity once I moved out here and started meeting so many wonderful women who were all into spirituality and psychics and metaphysics, and everything that I could think of was here. And that's at the point where I said, I am not hiding anymore. I'm
Mm.
putting it out there. I'm a healer. I do crazy, wild things that you may not know about or hear about, but I'm willing to tell you. And I found my voice. I had mentioned to Leah for a while back, I had trouble with my throat. The throat chakra was closing. I had different issues with it, and that was because of so many years of holding my true voice back, not allowing it out. And I did have to have a small little operation, nothing major, but just my voice comes out more. I also sing. So when I was singing, I felt more breath behind it. Once you start speaking your truth, you can truly feel it in your entire body. Just saying what I wanted to do, saying, I can help heal you. Most people's answer is, I don't believe in that type of thing. It's like, well, pointing out little things to them. Did you come into this body whole as you are? Or was it a spirit that came into your body? How did you arrive in this earth? And most people believe they came from out there. I came from somewhere and came in here. So once you start pointing that out to them, they do see, wait a minute, maybe I am a spirit, just having an experience in a body instead of the other way around. And I found that the more spiritual I got in my words, the more people started opening up and accepting. And that was one of the biggest business I found, is really just putting out there what I need and doing the business that I want to do, healing, and
Mm.
just healing in every way that I can and helping as many as I can.
I love that. And I love, and it's, of course, it's so synchronistic that you're speaking to this reclaiming your truth, this stepping in to your ability to share what you really want to share with the world. Because I find, and I literally just wrote a post about this yesterday with women that I work with one-to-one and women that I work with in group
Mm.
containers, one of these things that I notice is this fear and this shying away and this hesitation to speak our truth or even to speak, right? Like in my personal
Yes.
journey, I still talk fast. It's part of who I am, so I try to slow it down. But I used to also speak very quietly. And everyone, even friends, people I was comfortable around would be like, I can't hear you. And so after a lot of work and, one of many dark night of the soul experiences, I kind of came to this place of reclaiming my truth. And I
Yes.
was in a beautiful retreat with my friend Katie Wells of Interweave, and she had us do this experience where we said the words like, I have the right to speak. And so I
Hmm.
invite everyone here just to take that moment, because even now I have chills when I say it. But if you just say that to yourself, like, I have the right to speak. Because somewhere along the line, with either intergenerational trauma or conditioning in this lifetime, we've been taught otherwise. We have felt otherwise. But
Hmm.
it's a remembering and then a reclamation. And you're right, you feel it in your body. Like I notice when I speak now, like my body almost like moves because I'm believing in those words. And if we
Yes.
speak vibration, words hold so much power. So if we're creating things,
Oh,
why
yes.
wouldn't we want to be speaking all that we could and sharing as much of our truth as possible? So I love
Exactly.
that. Oh,
And you
yeah.
brought up speaking the words. Part of what I do with my hypnosis is also NLP, neuro linguistic programming. And that's the key word, programming. We're programming our minds with everything that we say. And I know we've all heard, well, we're supposed to speak positive and we're supposed to be positive, and sometimes it's hard for us to remember that. So one of the things that I tell people is if you're going to say, for example, I'm going to start a business, but I don't think I can do it. Well, right there, you've told your mind, I don't think I can do it. Your mind believes you and it makes it happen. It creates what you've just fed into your brain. I don't, no, I can't. So what we have to do instead is say, I want to start a business and I'm going to do everything that I can to get there. We can still speak in reality. Some people say, well, how could I say I'm going to have an office when I know I can't afford one? Change the verbiage on it. I'm going to have an office one of these days. It's going to come because it's something I truly desire. And even if you find yourself saying the negative by accident, which we do every day, I can't do that, but I'm changing the way that I am. And now I'm going to make it happen. Our mind believes what we tell it. We have to feed it good information. We have to feed it hope. And we have to feed it trust. One of the things that I hear a lot, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if people will like what I'm putting out in my business, in my spiritual life, in my personal life. We have to stop bringing those things up. Because if we enjoy what we're doing, people who need what we're giving out, the medicine that we're offering, those people will arrive. They'll just come to us. We've found more in 2020 until now. People went into hibernation. Now they're out. And I think there's a better, newer attitude by so many people to, yes, I want to connect again. I was shut off from so much. I want to connect. We're feeling that heart connection, the sisterhood connection, just connecting with everyone. And instead of judging and competition, it's, I think you're doing a great job. And maybe you get someone that can help you out. I did this presentation, or I just, made this piece of art, or I just wrote this wonderful article. Run it by your friends if you're afraid that it may not be what it could be, and ask them for their honest input. Take a deep breath when you do, ask them to be kind. But if you're worried that it's not good enough, well, for who? Who is
Yes.
it not good enough for? When we teach children, we don't sit and prepare on how to teach them, how to say things, how to approach them, what's the right way to do this. We just give that information to them and they accept what they need. And we have to learn to do that with adults. Trust that if you're born into this body, into this world at this time, and you're given a voice, use it, put it out there. Some may say, no, I don't like that. I'm so sorry, maybe someday you will. And move on. We have to start retraining our minds that it's not what's coming back at us that we have to fear. It's what we're putting in our own mind. that we have to get rid of that fear, get rid of those negative thoughts, throw it out and see what happens. It's amazing. I had a Facebook page in San Diego that I started. I was putting lots of positive information on there, and after a while, there's not a lot of likes. The algorithms changed. I'm thinking, nobody's looking. Why am I doing this? And I stopped for 2 weeks. I got emails, I got messages on my Facebook, and I got phone calls. Why did you stop? I look forward to that every morning. I'm like, I didn't even know you saw this. Oh, I do. I just never hit like or, connect. But it meant something to me. Please go back to doing it. So even though we may not hear the applause or the adulations, you're making a difference in people's lives, and that's what we're here to do.
I love that. And I feel like in this world of social media, right? And and when you're building a business too, so you're thinking strategy, people often become so attached to the likes and the hearts and the numbers and the follows and all of these things. But it's a beautiful invitation to come back to your why, right? Like when I'm working with women and we're talking business, is that any of those times you're triggered or you're curious about which steps to take, returning to your why, like why are you feeling called to share whatever medicine it is, whatever business it is? And if it's from that place and you're taking each step and you're sharing things because you want to help and you want there to be impact, then the energy behind what you're sharing is going to ripple out and it is going to magnetize the people meant for that medicine, just like you shared. And I've had personal experience with that too, where, someone will drop in my inbox that I don't see really comment that much in the Goddess Collective. And, she'll say something like, I look at the Goddess Collective every morning and the posts that the women are sharing are so inspiring. And so, and I think there's a quote or a meme that goes around like that too, where it's like, someone you might not even know, you could have changed their day by something you said or a way that you acted. And I think that that's beautiful. And I think just the invitation of remembering, like, why do you feel called to do whatever it is, and coming from that place of knowing and trusting. And I would love to talk more about that word trust. We spoke about the fear of speaking and sharing your truth. And I feel that a lot of us also over time struggle with this trust of, yes, it's how it is can be received, but also like the imposter syndrome, or am I even worthy to like share this, or do I know enough? So I would love to hear like throughout your journey, have you struggled with that? Because I know I have. And hey, sisters, share in the chat with us, ask questions as you have questions. But I'd love for you to chat about that a little bit. Like, how did you get to this place to develop that trust in yourself, to be like, yes, like I know that I'm here to share this medicine, and here it is, and all that I am, take it or leave it, and know that the people meant for you will find you. Any tidbits about that and developing that trust within yourself?
Oh, yeah. I remember years ago, I had a bookkeeping business that I was starting on the side. Just part-time work because I just want to do basic bookkeeping for easy people because I may not know enough. I may not be the accountant they want. I may not have what the CPA has. But as I started doing the work, I found that people were saying, wow, you're doing more than my CPA ever could. And I was amazed, like, really? I know that much? I didn't realize I knew that much. And then I started realizing that the more I did in everything in my life, that's the only way that I could find out to trust myself, is to keep putting it out there more. Because I found that I was my biggest critic. I was the one who doubted myself the most. So with each new thing that came along, I said, I'm just throwing it out and I'm trying it. And sometimes you do look around and say, well, they look like they're doing it better. But maybe it's not better. Maybe it's different. When my husband and I would talk to people, I was the person that would introduce them to the idea of spirituality, to get them to realize that they are connected in this world to other people. But the details, I would send them to him because that was his forte. He was the one who had everything memorized. I've studied, I've read the books, I know the classes. I am not really good at quoting what was in a book that I read 5 years ago. My husband's great at that. So I find that each person has their own unique way of teaching and sharing. So trust that your way is going to hit the people that you need to hear from. I had a very close relationship with a lot of men in my life as friends. Most that didn't think of me as just another girl. They thought, well, it kind of like you're one of the guys because you understand me, which allowed me to give them a lot of insight to women. So some of the girls would say, why are you hanging out with all those guys all the time? You know, you're not even dating any of them. What's the sense? What's the use? Well, because I trusted in what I felt in my heart by hanging out with them and talking with them and guiding them. And as a result, it helped their lives. It helped them understand, why are women doing that? How can I be better with the women I work with? Why are they resenting me? And the more you put those things out there, the more you begin to trust yourself. Just keep on putting it out there. When you hold back, you'll never know what you're capable of doing.
Yes. Yes.
And the results may come in different ways too. You may not see the results. Just trust that what you put out was good.
Yeah. I always say, you know, and a lot of women are, I don't know if you can see the comments on your end, but a lot of women are commenting that this was like just the message that they needed to see today and that they're here for this conversation. So I know it's a topic that's important and that women are wanting and ready, you know, to receive. Because I think as a collective, we do have this mistrust. And I think it's a beautiful piece of like the sacred feminine energy that's rising to ideally bring us back in this harmony, is women are remembering like, hey, wait a minute, like, I am intelligent and worthy and sacred, and I do have a right to speak and hold positions of power and all of these things. So I love that. And I love what you shared about, you know, the uniqueness of your medicine, because I find that trusting, and I say this often, if you have a heart desire, like if there is something that is placed on your heart, it is meant for you. Like it wouldn't be there otherwise. So trusting that as well, that if I have this desire to do something, even if whatever it is, like let's say you want to start a business and maybe it doesn't take off, there was something in the process of that experience that was meant for you. So always kind of just feeling into, you know, what do I feel that I need? You know, what is that knowing? But it can feel scary and we can doubt ourselves. But I love that you said, just keep trying. It's just an invitation. Like, what can I do today to trust myself a little more? What can I do today just to put myself out there and stretch the edges of my comfort zone? You know, just a little more. So yes, I love that.
And
I'm going to catch up on a couple of comments real quick. Keep going. Yeah.
There's a big thing that I decided to really trust in as well. I am been doing a lot more with hypnosis and with groups. Mostly I work with groups and with speaking on things like this with you, wonderful women. And yet I'm taking the entire summer off. I am putting everything on hold. I had a trust in the feeling that came across me that said, you need to just leave everything behind for a while and go deeper into your spirituality. You need to take the time, but it doesn't mean that I won't still be making a difference just because my business is not running. The people that I'm talking to in the grocery store who are just, you know, bothered behind the counter, they're checking out and they're not happy. And I say something to make them laugh. I joke with them. A friend who has someone staying at his house that suddenly went to the hospital. It turns out, wait, I know some things that could help heal him. So I'm doing Reiki long distance for him. So I can still keep doing the things that I came on this earth to do without having a business.
I love that you say that. Like everything you're sharing just lights me up, because I just feel so similarly. Like I love to say, you are the medicine, because I feel like oftentimes we attach ourselves to these certain experiences. And I know that I personally, a cycle that I had to break in this pattern within myself, that I've really been working on the past 2 years, is attaching value to productivity, or attaching, you know what I mean? That my worth and what I'm putting out in the world, and having this realization that no, simply existing and having conversations with people and bringing my unique energetic signature into experiences, into connection, like that is the medicine that ultimately I'm here to share. And if I'm also able to do it in business platforms and in events, beautiful, but just existing, I mean, that's how we're impacting the planet. It's by living as who we are and using this throat chakra, as you explained, to share these words. Yeah, someone just shared, words are medicine, energy is medicine. Everyone's like, important. Yeah. Michelle also said, it's not perfect, it's different. This is what I'm taking with me moving forward. I love
Right.
that because there is a comparison, and
Yes.
especially with women, that's something that I speak to a lot is, you know, the piece of being conditioned to compete with each other and to feel
Hmm.
like there's not enough seats at the table. And if she has
Right.
it, I can't, or if she's doing it, I shouldn't. And, you know, and who's to say that? We're the ones here to rewrite that story. So I do love that you said that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I've been getting in touch with other hypnotherapists.
Yeah.
I actually I connected with one of the women on your site when you mentioned someone was looking for one. So I said, "Oh, there she is." So I contacted her, and we're going to connect because this way I can send people to her and vice versa. Hey, here's someone closer to you. They don't want to travel. Can you help them out? It does so much better.
Mm.
It's also when I was in Pawleys Island last week. I walked into one of the shops, and as I walked by the dogs that were behind the counter, they got up and ran over to me. And the woman said, "Wow, they don't usually do that. That's amazing." I said, "Well, I'm also animal Reiki, so they must have needed some healing." So they came over, and I'm healing with them and having a great time. And then we start chatting. She said, "I'm looking for connections. I need someone to do Reiki. Are you close?" I said, "No, but as a matter of fact, the old magic shop right over here, right down the street, here, down the block from you, go in there and check with them because they've got
Okay.
people there." The Myrtle Beach Holistic Chamber of Commerce, which she was shocked that there is one because she's new in town.
Yes.
I told them about your group. I said, "You can connect with so many other women. They have wonderful circles." And she was just thrilled. So I went over to the shop to let them know. And I walked in, and the girl behind the counter and I started talking. I said, "Wait a minute, I know you. I know you. What's your name?" And she said, "Katrina." I was like, "Owen,
I loved her.
I
Yes.
know you. Well, you've got a Reiki person coming in." And she said, "I've got a Reiki class coming up." And that's what the girl wanted to sign up for. So even though I wasn't working at my business, I was able to connect people. I was
Mm,
able to help people and help two dogs that were just adorable.
I love that. Yes. It's so beautiful to just offer medicine if it comes from this place of truly wanting to have impact and truly wanting to be a ripple effect and a catalyst for
Hmm.
change on the planet for healing. If you're coming from that place, then though you may be triggered here and there, like I won't say I'm not ever triggered or I have to look at myself and check myself sometimes and be like, no, we're not in the energy of competition here. This is
Right.
collaboration and community, you know, because we're human. So we do dance with that shadow. Um, but if we can come from this place of true integrity with what we
Mm.
feel called to do, then I find myself wanting and getting excited to recommend people and to share about other people. You know what I mean? So I
Yep.
love that. You know, and you mentioned the word helpers quite often, and it was funny because with the power of words. So I would love to segue and have you share about your Facebook community, the helpers,
Yes,
because I think that's how we first connected, actually.
exactly.
Yeah.
So in the helpers, I decided living in Brunswick County, I did not know all the people in this county, in my area, that were wonderful healers and helpers. So I started gathering the troops little by little. And we would try meeting at different places. We would get together in the Facebook groups and just bring in everyone we could. Anyone who was a light worker, a healer, a Reiki master, animal Reiki, chiropractic, holistic health, anything along that line. I want you to connect to my group. It's called the Helpers NC for North Carolina. The Helpers NC. If you can't find it, get a hold of me. I'll connect you in there. My goal was to start getting a list of all the people in there, and I've put together one that we can share with each other. It's not printed, it's all online, just in a little PDF that you could share with other people. I'm putting it on my website this week because I'm in the middle of updating for some more
Okay.
people. I connected with Janet Hosmer, who is just wonderful, and
I
she's
saw her in
connected me
here
with,
earlier.
yeah, she's
That's great.
connecting me with more people too who can offer this. Because as we come across friends and we come across clients and associates, someone's going to say, "I need help with this." And this way we'll have at our fingertips the availability to say, "Wait, I've got a directory of all these different people here. Why don't you look through that?" And then they can share it. Because we're coming to a time, unfortunately, where our medical system, as much as I admire the doctors and nurses who are doing their best, it's not their fault. It's the system that is just not working well anymore. And people are looking for help in healing and understanding their bodies in every way, looking at past lives. This way you can find through the directory, through the different connections that we have, looking in your group and just Googling or finding out who's in your area that can help others. And by having that in your back pocket, it helps so much. It's a nonprofit. There's no joining. It's not a lot of work that we do online. It's just basically getting all the names together so I can keep putting it out in a format that everybody can share easily, and we can help each other in this community. It's a healing room without walls.
Yes. Oh, I love that. A healing, that's like a quote I want to write down. It's a healing room without walls. It is, absolutely. And so if you're in, you know, even you have women that are even in the South Carolina area right over the border too,
Yes,
that
I
are in
do.
your group. So do you want to talk about like the geographic region? So if people are watching and they feel that this speaks to them, how they can join and connect and get in that directory, because I find that beautiful. I have women all of the time that I'm coaching and mentoring that want different services that I don't personally offer. And so to have that at my fingertips is beautiful. And if you're in another area, I hope that this is an inspiration or a seed is planted to connect with those in your community and start something, you know, something similar. So yeah, talk a little bit about like the geographic location for the helpers, and then I'll make sure to link the page for those that are interested, so that way they can check it out.
Great. I started with just Brunswick County, and then I realized that we would travel probably an hour all the way up to Wilmington and down through Myrtle Beach, even down in Myrtle's Inlet, because I have a friend who's down in South Myrtle, so she's looking for people in Myrtle's Inlet to go to. So I figured we would expand it up until the Wilmington area and down to the border, basically. You know, and just if anyone's in the area, if they know of anyone, even if they're not on Facebook, you can email me. I have a lot of people that I can just email the information back and forth. Basically, all I'm looking for is a scan or a really good photo of their business card. If they don't have that, they can just write it in a format which I can show them. And then we just plug it in. And every, so far I was doing like every 6 months. I may be doing sooner. If I have more, I'll throw a new one out there sooner.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. And what's blown my mind, and I'm sure that, you know, if you're not in the Grand Strand, so I'm in North Myrtle Beach and she's in the North Carolina beaches, just a little bit north of me. So I know we're speaking to this coastal area, but in your communities, I know that you'll find what we have found. You would be so surprised at how many healers are actually in your area. And we're all healers in our own right. So I'm not even saying healers like you have to have a certification. I just mean people that are feeling called to heal themselves, to heal this planet, to just to be of service while we're here in this earth suit on this journey, right? And it's just that we're kind of we've been in our silos for so long. But like you mentioned, people are wanting to come out. We're leading with our heart spaces. We're wanting to connect and be in community. So if you're not here in the you know, coastal area with us, then definitely, you know, plant the seed in your community. Who can you connect with? How can you set that intention to call in, you know, your local community? I love the Goddess Collective because there are women all over the country, but there's something really special also to have that network in your local community. And I think it's really important. So I just honor you for putting that together and just look forward to watching that grow.
Thanks.
I would love, while we still have time, if you would speak a little bit, because you do so much. You know, there's so much listed in your bio. You are just a wealth of so many resources and wisdom. So I would love for you to share a little bit about the modalities that you offer specifically when people do work with you. And I know you're going to have the summer off and be soaking up that. So I look forward to chatting once you get back and just seeing, you know, what nuggets were dropped in and how you've expanded. And, but when you come back, you know, so I know you mentioned hypnosis, just speaking a little bit about the modalities and the benefits of them and maybe what they are for people that aren't familiar even with what hypnosis is.
Exactly. Well, hypnosis is just a wonderful tool that can help take away the rules that have been set up in the front of your mind that won't let things get in. So if you have a fear that came from a specific instance, or maybe you were spoken too much about having a fear on something, it takes you into a place that you go into every day. Just before you go to sleep and just before you wake up, you're in the state of hypnosis. It's the same state where your subconscious mind is open to changing the rules that you've learned. And a hypnotherapist can take you to that place fast and easily, help you release what you no longer need, what's no longer serving you, and start new ideas in your brain by placing new thoughts and words, actually forming new neural pathways that you'll go on from there. I also do intuitive healing, which I use with my Reiki and hypnosis. I like to do large groups of getting everyone into a positive state. So just sending the energy of Reiki and healing while during the hypnosis, I'm having people release what's no longer needed in their body. Sometimes we'll do it as a visualization. See everything that's wrong in your body. Maybe it's the color gray, and you grab it all and you pull it into a little ball, and then you shoot it out from the top of your head or shoot it out from your gut and watch the energy go away. And then surrounding yourself with white light and healing every cell and atom with pure, wonderful light. Using Reiki while I'm doing that, sometimes intuitively, from time to time I have private clients, and that's where I can use my intuitive medicine as well. We all have it. Women are healers. We just know when something's wrong and where it is, we just don't trust it. If you're working with your children, with your significant other, and something's bothering them, just simply by putting your hands over them like we do in Reiki, and just feeling the energy and saying, this doesn't feel quite right here. You don't have to know what it is. Just sending healing energy. Imagine removing what's not needed and putting in loving energy, healing energy. Spiritual coaching is another thing I do when I'm talking to people about how to move forward in their lives, how to get rid of the negativity, what things they can do to make their life better. I can give them everyday examples, just some basic things. They don't always have to take a big class just to move forward in life. And I've used EFT, which is also known as tapping, where you can actually tap on parts of the body. And those specific centers in the body will help release it while you say out loud what it is that you're releasing. Oh, so many of these things are also available to you. If you can't find a practitioner, go online. Everything is available online. There's lots of free classes, free information. And then you could look to find someone in your area to help you even further when you need it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that. And I just want to mention, I know that you're feeling it if you're watching this, but Denise's energy is like this all of the time. It's just this yummy, nurturing. It feels like a hug. Like my daughter fell in love with you, my 2-year-old.
Oh, she was adorable.
Met for coffee. Like they were instant best friends. And I just love that because it truly, I can feel that you live from the space of your heart. So I honor you. I honor all of the medicine that you're here, sharing with the world. And I'm so glad that you came here to chat with everyone. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm just gonna scroll up a little bit. Yes. Oh, there are so many people joining us. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Denise and I will come back through and chat with you throughout the day. I will make sure to go back into this post and I'll tag all of the ways that you can connect with Denise. And I will tag the helpers in here. So that way, awesome, Mary. I'll tag the helpers so that way people can join that group. And yeah, is there, I think I would like to end, like, is there, if you could offer one piece of like a wisdom drop or just this truth that you feel called in this moment to share with whoever is watching, just trusting yourself that medicine in this moment is meant for them. What wants to move through you at this time?
Trust in the process. Everything is a process. You're going from here to there. You're moving from business to personal. There's always movement. There's always change. Change is constant. And whatever you're doing in the moment is meant for this moment. You're living in the now. You're planning for the future, but you're still living in the now. And with everything you do, it is a process that is never ending. Until the day that I die, I will continue to learn. I will continue to change. I will continue to get better, sometimes worse, sometimes just being. But it's a process, so trust in the process.
Thank you. And with that, my sister, we will close. It was so fun talking with you. I definitely want to have you back after you enjoy your summer.
Thank you so much. This is a wonderful forum. You do so much for women. I just love the work you do, and I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I hope you all have an amazing day. These goddess chats are going to happen once a month, maybe twice a month. So if you're interested in coming on and chatting with me and sharing your medicine with the world, definitely drop in the comments goddess chat If you want information on the helpers, drop the helpers. And I also wanted to mention, because synchronistically it came up, we spoke a lot about this blocked throat chakra and women not feeling like they have a right to speak. And this Saturday here in North Myrtle Beach, my soul sister Chelsea and I are hosting a retreat, and we have Bunny Lennon coming in as a guest, and it's all about soulful expression. So it's very much about this, like, how can you activate and, you know, release this area.
I'm signing up.
Yes, I'd love to see you this weekend. But yes, thank you for being here. Thank you, my sisters, and we'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.
Bye-bye.